Hello everyone, here we are, New York City, technically day one, did you say?
Yes,
Day one. So, first time in the city, so we're gonna walk around, kind of see some sights, take it all in, and then hopefully make some pretty good content. So, see you guys later.
Hello everyone, this is Ara Bowman with AB+Production here in New York Conference Center at Sheraton. And Sheraton is an awesome meeting, and I am meeting a lot of awesome people. I had the pleasure to see on stage Jenna. I just met her, guys, and as you know about me, I have a little hard time memorizing everything, especially under the pressure of this much knowledge. Jenna, tell me about you, who you are, and what do you do?
Oh man, okay, so my name is Jenna Apgar, as she mentioned. I have an agency, Warfare Marketing, and we build funnels for our small business clients and drive traffic.
And you told
we
me,
double businesses, that's our goal.
And you told me about this cool software or automated software, right? Is it automated?
Oh man, automation's like a big word. So yes and no.
Okay. Tell me about the software you use.
We actually we built in WordPress and Thrive Themes and all these, Optimized Press. I built in Kajabi. I built in,
I love Kajabi. But
but you know what? I'll say this with Kajabi. They're really good with courses, right? They are not good with selling.
I didn't get it.
And they're not good with the other aspects. And the problem with business is you have to have the business and everything has to be tied together and it has to work together. So I actually had a client in this space. It was a competitor. I built on everything because I wanted to do the market research to see how all the competitors were and who had what, who pros, cons to everyone compared to my particular client. I have left everything to move to Kartra.
Really?
I don't build in WordPress anymore. I don't blog anymore. It just wasn't effective for our clients, and it was really, really expensive if it wasn't done at a high level. But this one brings everything together.
It's kind of like is it almost like a sort of app that brings everything in one and you just have access?
The nice thing about it is it was built from the ground up to be all-in-one. So one of the founders there is Andy Jenkins. He actually was with Kajabi.
Oh, it is?
He was part of that team, and it could not do what he wanted it to do because he's a sales guy. He is a marketer, right? And it just couldn't do that. So he came over and he built his own platform.
Alrighty.
But Kajabi was really good on the back end stuff, right? You had ClickFunnels that was really good on the landing page software type stuff. But none of them really did email well. None of them did everything well. And so you're bringing all the platform in. So no more website. The help desk is all inclusive. So I can tell business owners, they've never even had a help desk. And I can tell them, you get a really easy help desk. You get a full wiki. You get video hosting done for you, so you don't have to go through Vimeo.
Really?
Yes. That was one of because their back end, before this, they had Webinar Jam and EverWebinar. So
this Kartra does
new.
all this?
Yeah, Kartra is new, but they've been building software forever, and all three of them link together, and the same processes that they've refined on the other two to make things really easy for business owners, they brought over to Kartra.
You spoke on stage about Kartra, not about Kartra.
Yeah.
You spoke on stage
about speaking.
You spoke on stage about speaking, and you shared a very awesome story. How Kartra made your life easier?
Oh my gosh.
Because you worked in the past, as you said earlier.
I've been an interior designer, and then I've been a veteran.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And that's what the story I want to hear.
Oh, okay, but I don't sell. That's not my forte. I can't just go into the last speaker, Gina. she's like amazing on stage. It was like, oh my gosh, like how do I need to watch her? And she's like leaning into the crowd and she's got everything down perfect. And I'm like, I am an introvert. I'm not good at selling. So I love online sales. And I can take the strategy that I brought from the military ethos, from my intel background. I've got the beautiful design from my design background. And then you layer on all the different marketing pieces and it just works. And I can take the more education side of me, the part that's not salesy, and I can just give value and educate and then sell.
See, the thing with me, I think I oversell it.
No, I think there are times where you have to like shut up.
I agree.
I love Harry Belcher's 3-question close because it encourages the other person to talk about themselves, which I think is really critical. Like, no one cares about me. When I'm selling, no one cares about me. They care about what I can do for them. They care about how I can change their average day. So we had one client, we put on it, and you're working with the business owner, you're working with the CEO, the chief operations officer, you're working with the finance, you're working with like a C-suite, right? But I was training their team after we implemented everything, and it does have email automation. And she was like, well, when do I send this email?
How many emails do you typically send a week?
1 to 2,
3, 22?
Yeah. I tell my clients different things depending on which industry they're in.
And how consistent are you with that? Because that's something that a lot of business owners don't
So
understand.
I try to be extremely consistent. In Kartra, you can
Helps
actually
that.
have a template.
Oh,
so
really?
you can create these beautiful templates in email so that you can create a structure. So I modeled my structure after an email I got from Design Pickle that I really liked because it had fun stuff. Like it had some like industry news section in there and it's like a mini newspaper, right? And so I'll spend an hour and I'll come up with a story on the top end. I only sell on the very bottom. There's like a quote in there. There's some fun things. And just making sure that one piece is done and that you're moving them around to your different pieces of content because what makes you buy is going to be different than what makes someone else buy. And somebody else might take a week and someone else might take a year. But when you do that consistent email, you get to keep a lead in your
System.
Yeah, your system.
So.
But not just your system, but they remember you. So when I have clients that come to me and they like, I have MailChimp. I was like, when's the last time you emailed them? Oh, whenever I have
And it's expensive. It's not cheap, MailChimp. It can be expensive.
It's free.
Well,
on the lowest level.
Yeah, but I'm not
But
talking
then it
about
gets
this.
really expensive really fast.
I'm not-
It's
yeah, I'm not-
terrible. But the free part is what makes it bad.
Right?
Because it's free, spammers use it. That's
Yes.
where people will take their bad list, marketers will take it over there, and then they'll put 200 on an account, 200 here, 200 there, and send out emails from it. And it makes their deliverability rate terrible. So like you automatically go to the promotions tab in Gmail.
So am I correct to ask that if I were to sign up with Kartra that you'll be using for your agency, and we apply the system to our agency, would this be something that can make our agency more efficient, more delivering, more consistent, like you, and taking care of the client's business a little bit of a next
I
level?
love it. So they just changed agency. They just added agency. That was not something that they had. You could just build on your own, and then you had to have another email for every client. It was terrible. And they added agency, and at first I was really disappointed. One of the things that we did for our agencies, I do not hold anything hostage. So when I build something for you, you own it, right? You can walk it away. You can say, I don't like you, Jenna, and run away, right? And it's yours. And you still have that thing because I feel like you paid for it, right? So originally they made agency where I had to build them from scratch inside, and they could never move that off. So they can't walk away with their product, right? They added it where they can buy Kartra separate and I can import it to my agency. So I have a tab on the left side where the whole menu is, and I can just go down to agency, and every single one of my clients is right there. I can tell how many leads they got in the last 7 days, how much money they've made in the last 7 days. And basically I get like a really fast overview of absolutely everyone and how they're doing, and be like, holy cow, that one had a great day, and like this one's flat, like what's going on? And it's got the percentage change from the week prior. Like the dashboards are amazing. So
You mentioned that, yeah, I didn't.
When everything's glued together, you lose that ability to get a quick view of everything, and then you have to like go pay for a dashboard, right? And then you have to import the information, and then sometimes the connections don't work anymore, so the information is not good. You've got one number from Facebook and one number from your landing page software and one number from Google Analytics, and everything's everywhere. Whereas it's all in one, it's being counted correctly, it's working correctly. You hit the home page, like the dashboard when you get there, you know exactly how much leads you got, but you actually know which forms brought them in, which pages brought them in, you know exactly how much
So
money you've made,
sophisticated.
you know how much money affiliates have made for you, you know which emails, where, you know, how many people opened them and how many people clicked links and how much money the email made. So that's like a very new one. Like before, you'd have to go get a tracking link to use in the email that was connected to something like Wicked Reports for you to know that this person came through this email and eventually they spent this much money. Whereas this one, you can send out an email and say, hey, she made $326 off that email.
Wow. So it gives you an acquisition,
yeah.
a right acquisition.
Now, imagine you have a client who doesn't want to email. They don't see the point, right? Email is dead, right?
Yeah, we get those sometimes.
Email is dead.
Yes.
When you can send out emails for them, or they can put an email out, and it shows you made money by writing this email. Now their time writing the email is not free. It's worth money. It's worth clients. And so now they're really motivated. They're like, how do I do this email thing? Like, how do I tell more stories? Like, how do I get better at it? How do I get a nicer, you know, pretty thing going on? Or should I send it all in plain? Like, when you know it makes you money, I mean, we're drug addicts, right? We're gonna be like, bing, 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 I need more, more. So it gamifies. I'm a gamer.
I love something so much about you. Your rawness, your originality, the fact that you don't give a shit about anybody what says how to what, and the courage and the bravery to call me out and say you need to do this, you need to do that and that. And I want you to be very successful. And I want to tell my audience, if you guys consider Contra, I am considering Contra. You have an affiliate, right?
I do.
Let's help all of us and just kind of learn through this, because all of us, we're acting like a big game. We know everything, and the reality is in marketing, everything changes every other day. Something we don't know shit. Come on, we're willing.
Marketers,
but we're
like
willing
just,
to dig in dirt.
Dig.
And stay in front of the computer for hours that like you don't want to sit there.
Late at night.
Right?
Oh my god.
And then what do we do?
4 in the morning.
Like science. So I'm super excited. I'm going to try. I will obviously give you the credit because you did spoke about it. So I want the team to know that this is because of you being honest and everything you share with me and push me. And where do we find you?
Easiest way to find me is just on our website. It's just warfare.marketing. No .com. No .net, just warfare.marketing.
Warfare.marketing here at New York with AB+Production. I'm almost considering my brand right now. We'll talk about that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow us.